All right, all right. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on, family? How we doing? Back with YwB, Brian, Dev, and sunny LA today. That's what's up. That's what's up. Episode 66 of Yapping with B. 66 episodes is crazy. We're still here on this journey, live streaming. We're on day 53 out of 365, y'all. So chugging on through, having an amazing time with you all. What's going on? What's the vibes? Let me know who's here in the building. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So yes, Yapping with B, episode 66. I'm Onaji B, and we're here. We're here. Onaji has been stable community, in emerging technology for Black, Brown, and Allied folks to learn about emerging technology, AI, metaverse applications, AR, VR, and crypto, blockchain, NFTs, digital collectibles, all that good stuff as well too. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions on any of those topics, you're in the right spot. You're in the right spot. So shout out to the homies. Let me pull up some things real quick here, and we'll get started. We got some events coming up next week. Shout out to the UVR. We got the ninth UVR party, underground Violet Rave with my good guy, Jaden Violet. That's going down next week, next Friday. And also convention season is back. So we're back in the building. It's going to be a really good time. Can't wait to meet a bunch of the homies that we've been connecting with, building community with, building content groups together and all this good stuff. So it's going to be an exciting time to bring that digital vibe back into the IRL space, and that's always a fun time, especially having having a bunch of experience doing that in the Web3 crypto side, right? Getting back to those IRL roots, and meeting people that you've been building these relationships with over time, sometimes even like 2, 3, 4 years. It's really cool to kind of connect with those different individuals and those communities in real life. So yeah, in person, live and in person. That's what's up. All right, let me check a couple things real quick here, and we'll be good to go. Perfect. Looking good. All right, let me shoot out a couple of messages real quick, but let me know what the vibe is. How's the week going? Has it been a productive week? All that good stuff. Let me know what's up. How your Thursday starting off. If you guys have plans for the weekend coming up, let me know. It's a nice little live show, and it's just Yapping with B, our most unstructured segment and all that good stuff. So our structured segments on Saturdays, we've got 10 a.m. PST is Onaji U Saturday. That's our longest running segment. We've been talking about emerging technology, kind of distilling down that information and bringing it back to the home team since February 2022. So we kind of pivoted into the live streaming arena. April this year, and it's been a vibe ever since. We're on this day 53 of this second little streak going, and daily streams has been a really good time. Not gonna lie. All right, let's see. Boom, get some messages up here real quick. Send the We Are Live beacon. Let's see. Perfect. Copy this title real fast. Yappin' with B66. That's crazy. What a time. We've had some amazing different sessions since these 66, 65 previous episodes, talking about a bunch of different things, even the coolest part about switching and pivoting over into like the video side is being able to pull up different screens and going over charts, whether that be like coin charts in the crypto side, or going and showing art and collections and all that good stuff as well too. Being able to give a visual representation of like Onaji's journey on the art side and building community there. So that's what's up. Rec Moski in a building. What's going on, fam? He said Peacemaker the God. I'm crying. You all caught up, Rec? What's going on? How you feeling? I'm over here on the StreamYard again. We got the little logos and the overlays and stuff like that. Actually, I need to put that up. Never seen it? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. No, I feel you. I feel you. So yeah, so TTS is not gonna get through, but that's all good. She got the phone with Burr. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Was worried for him. Absolutely. Yeah, I shot a message over there this morning as well too. Let me know if he's doing okay. You know, let me know if everything's all right. He's gonna make his return. I'm excited to tap in with you next week as well, and with Burberry and just everybody else in the network. It's gonna be a really good time. So yeah, shout out to you, Rec. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Ray in the building. What's going on, family? How you doing? It's good to see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We rocking. Let me pull a couple of these out real quick. How's your day going, everybody? Let me know the vibes. What's going on right here, though? Get a little refresh one time. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. We are golden. Perfect. All right. Yoni in the building. What's going on, family? How you doing? He's good. Just got out of the hospital. Should be back in a couple of days. And you confirm going to SD. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Good to hear. Good to hear. Yoni, what's going on, family? How you doing? What's the word? What's the word, man? How's the day going? What's going on? What's going on? Big shout out to my homie. Big shout out to the homie Cookies. She hit me up earlier. She let me know, she had a AI related project that she cooked on. So yeah, it's very cool to see, the homies still learning and growing in this technology and all that good stuff, and learning lots, man. Good. How about you? I'm doing amazing, man. I can't complain at all. Doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. Let's see. Perfect. All right. How's streams been going for you, Yoni? I've been busy at night lately, so I haven't been able to tap in, but I know you've been killing it. I know you've been going crazy, for sure. For sure. All right. Let's see what I can pull up real quick. Let's share some screen. Do something like that. Let's share a little screen here and see what we got going on. Boop. Share screen. Perfect. There we go. Hit the stage. There we go. All right, a little chart action to start off. Yeah, back in the building as well too. That's what's up. That's what's up. Little chart action to start off. A little down a little bit. Full market cap, total market cap on all of crypto, 4.11 trillion, down almost 3%. Which is interesting. People taking some profits and things. I don't know. Maybe world news, maybe something. People, yeah. But people's taking some profits, getting out of there, allocating some money somewhere else, which is all good. Which is all good. Volume's up as well too. But yeah, we are down today, especially on this Bitcoin drop from that. Let's see. Yeah, well, all the way up to 123 and then back on down. Ooh, even dipped under 120 briefly. But yeah, sitting at 128.81. This is Bitcoin, number one crypto coin. Bitcoin still the big Mac daddy in the space for sure. Interesting, kind of still driving the whole crypto market, for sure. Those 22 million coins we got out there now. 22 million different coins. Ooh-wee. But I say that, and I always talk about that number, but the other day I was watching it and I was like, you know what? One of the days when I was like, just 22 million, but I had created like one or two that day. So I was just like, okay, I see where we're headed. Ethereum number 2 coin down as well too. A little bit, 4,300. It's all good. 2 days ago, up in some highs of 47. So it's a little pullback, but we're gonna be all right. If you look at it as like the market's bleeding, or you look at it like it's a sale, not financial advice. It's all about your perspective on it, And if we're over allocated or under allocated or whatever. Let's see who else is moving though. Okay. OKB on there. Binance still 17 or 16% up over the week. That's crazy. Big time at 1200. Almost 12 and a half hundred. That's crazy. It's nice. Interesting. What else we got going on? Yeah. So yeah. Just holding tight on this. Still all-time high season. Still all-time high season. We look at this full chart. Even the year chart. Still all-time high season. But a little slight pullback. So it's all good. It's all good. For sure. Yes, sir. Getting ready to go to LA. That's what I'm talking about. For sure, it's gonna be a real good time, man. It's gonna be a real good time. All right. What else can we get into real quick? Boom. I love it. A little market action. But yeah. So if you guys have any questions on emerging technology, any crypto and things like that, the other day I was having a discussion with one of the homies. That's an artist. In like traditional art, just like paintings and like rugs and tapestries and all kind of different things. Like IRL type of things. You got Ripple. I got yeah. We talking XRP. How do I get that back up there? There we go. We talking some XRP. We're talking about some XRP a little bit. I mean, I'm still holding a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that had me like, I don't know. Some of the XRP boys, they had life savings in this stuff, and they were celebrating pretty heavily at this jump and this jump too. But yeah, no, I'm not allocated like that. Not even a little. So H bar stellar. Ooh, let's take a look. Hedera, what's going on? Let's see. All-time chart, weekly chart, still down. Whole market's down. That's all right though. But let's see, 20 cents, 21 cents. Interesting. Nice little massive jump down over here. End of last year. Interesting. You got some Hedera, number 19 coin. Definitely no slouch for sure. Almost 9 billion on the market cap. Yeah, still need to return to some all-time high. I think a lot of people are looking at that too. It's like a lot of these other coins, these other alternative coins, I guess, altcoins. Looking at like when we're gonna see some of these all-time highs fall from way back when. But I think that's the hard part with the alternative coins. It's like they ride the wave of like the whole market, but then once it's down, it gets hit really hard. And then if there's a pullback or comes back, sometimes they get left in the dust. Sometimes the attention is left off of it, but I don't know. So a lot of times, I mean, we're talking 22 million different coins. It's like, how do you compete in that? And it's, a lot of them do similar things, same type of things. A lot of the blockchains do similar things, same type of things. It's like, where do you go? Who do you dabble with? It's at that point, there's so much tech out there. They're just competing for attention and eyes and ears, which just boils down to marketing. Yep. Breck Mosky, it's all marketing. Facts. Only thing about getting out is the taxes. Yeah. But yeah. Meme coins killed me. I'm sold out of all the crypto. I was buying XRP at 50 and then at $1. Damn. Rex said they told me about XRP 7 years ago. Wish I would have dropped 200 on it. Yeah, man. Would have been up 100K now. Yeah. Hindsight is always 2020. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight is always 2020. We could do that all day long, but it's like, you just got to learn from those experiences and I don't know, try to hone in our quote unquote investment strategies and things, and keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Just, take that experience, take that knowledge, and push it forward. Push it forward. You said to look at Stellar too. Let's take a look. People still buying Dodges? Yeah, of course, Shaw. People are still buying Dodges. Just kidding. you talking some Doge? Yeah, people probably are. It was like 1/8 of a dollar. Yeah. Good to see you, Shaw. How you doing, family? That's what's up. I just realized those are my first ever win. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. 1,025. Sorry I'm late. You good, Z? What's going on? Good to see you, family. 1,000 to 25K, 2020. Dang. Did you? Yeah, that's a good question from Z. Did you get out? Like, did you Was it solid? or did you give it all back to the casino? He says, I'm crying. You can buy a real Dodge for that. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I had one of the homies that way back in the day. Shout out to him. He was real early to Doge too, and I think he got out with a solid bag too. It must have been. I think he said it was like 12, 15K or something. And yeah, he got out with all of it. So that's cool. That's cool. Nice and early. I dig it. Let me see what else we got going on. All right, this is working over here. Perfect. We hit a GM to the homies on this side. Most definitely. What was the other one we were talking about? You said Stellar? Stellar, huh? That's the one I really, number 15. Okay. Same pattern. That's following all the, yeah. Definitely since last, few years and stuff. This week chart still, down. Everything's kind of down right now, kind of following Bitcoin and just the whole market trends. Yeah, Stellar. Yeah, I need to look more into Stellar. I keep talking about Stellar because one of my homeboys is like the community manager over there. So I need to show them some love and really see what's up. When it comes to the marketing side, they got me. They got me. If I got homies that work over there, that's their bread and butter. Like, I gotta check it out. Yeah. Okay, number 15. What's the whole top 10 look like? So we got BTC, ETH, Tether. I really kind of skip over the stable coins, but Tether's a stable coin. Pegged to that $1 USD price tag, which has its own use cases and stuff. Freezing a building. What's going on? How you doing? That 20K gonna be gone in 2 months. I'm crying. Yeah, don't get caught up in the crypto casino, man. If sound investment strategies, if we can, if they're spending money on marketing, they should be done with their products. Ooh, okay, that's a solid topic. He said DCA, Bitcoin, and ETH. Yeah, but how you gonna say that, Z? DCA, Bitcoin, and ETH, but you build it over there on Sol too. So it's like, if you unless there's plans I don't know about. No, I'm just kidding. Most do marketing before products. Unfortunately, Z, though, I think that's like that's the state of humans. It's like sometimes you have to market first. A lot of times, like I tell a lot of people, especially looking at to where we're talking about Bitcoin is 120K, right? Which is insane. Like it's like at a bottom. At a bottom is 120. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm not, my team is. I love it. I dig it. I feel you. I feel that. But we've come a long way up to this 120K Bitcoin, like from the education side and just like the marketing side. It's hard. Ali the Soldier, what's going on, family? Welcome. How you doing? It's good to see you, fam. Dubs in the chat. W new character, man. Let us know how you found us, what you do, all that good stuff. How we can elevate you, man. Let us know. How's your day going? All that good stuff. Bro just got invited to a Web3 wedding Interesting. Talk more about what's a Web3 wedding? That's fire. Oh, they met in fractals. Oh, okay. So a little budding relationship from meeting in emerging technology. That's fly. That's fly. Cool. Shout out to them. Power couple type vibes. I love it. Ali said, I'm good, bro. How you doing? How about you? Man, I'm doing amazing. This is episode 66 of Just Yapping with B. I can yap. I'm a yapper. But 66 episodes on this daily streak. We kind of came over from doing audio spaces, kind of like a podcasting vibe over on Twitter. And so we built Onaji back in 2022 to, like a home base for, Black, brown, allied folks to learn about emerging technology. So we talk heavily about blockchain, crypto, Web3, NFTs, digital collectibles, all that good stuff. That's like my focus. That's my favorite, I guess, new tech. But we also talk All-Star Yapper. I'm crying. W365 challenge. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Mine's been pretty good. Hey, what day you on? That's what's up. I'm gonna have to follow you and tap in with your streams as well too, man. Yeah, for sure. Maybe my first time going to NC. That's what's up. That's lit. That's solid. But yeah, man, we started back in 2022, just educating the home team about emerging tech, and that includes my favorites, the crypto side, but also AI tools, and metaverse applications as well too, AR, VR, any of the new tech that's out there. Hey, W73, 73 days, man. That's a feat. Going strong. That's what's up. I'm on day 53. You probably noticed, the math ain't really math in 66. How you got 66, but only day 53? This is our second streak. I did break the first streak. I'm transparent about it. It's all good. I fell short. But the first streak we were at 47 days. So we're at 47 days. And then so that my goal after that was to it was 47 days, but I'm not gonna lie, that 48th day, I just fell asleep. I was prepared to do like a stream late, and then I fell asleep like an old unk that I am. Woke up and it was way past the past midnight, and I was like, no. so I was like, oh, screw it, let's start it back up. So the next day started back up, and we were going in. So absolutely. So I'm talking about. But love the progress. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you for yours as well too. So we got up to that 47 days, and then I broke it, and I was like, okay, cool. So the next go around, I was like, let's make it 50. So the goal was 50. So we hit the 50 out of 50 a couple days ago, obviously, and then had a little celebration marathon on day 51, and then extended that to the 365. So we're gonna go hard to go home, try to get to that 365, and yeah. So that's the story behind that and why there's 66. Yapping with B episodes, because Yapping with B is like the daily segment that I kind of just threw in to kind of keep the daily streaks going, because I didn't know what I was going to do over here. And then we've been rocking. He said, I didn't know that. W lore. That's what's up. But yeah, so my guy right in there, Better Call Saul, is one of the co-hosts that we do another segment with on Wednesday nights, Wednesday 3 p.m. PST for me. But we have our Let's Talk About Web3. We talk mostly about like the crypto side, tools and different things like that. It's mostly like dev focused. So some of the new platforms, some of the new tools and stuff when it comes to crypto. Less so like the coins and art and stuff like that, but mostly like the tech side, which is really fun. But we just ended season 2 of that. Season 3 is going to return here pretty soon. I think next week or maybe the week after. Z, let me know. We're still ironing that out. But yeah, we brought season 2 over to the live streaming side. We started live streaming in April, kind of followed my guy Jaden Violet over here. Shout out to Jaden Violet. He started streaming at the top of the year, and then we all kind of, that's who I kind of followed over into the space, into live streaming with the video versus doing our audio spaces over on Twitter. And it's been a vibe. It's been a really good time. Shout out to the communities over here, and they've been helping us grow. I think we're already almost at like 350 followers over here on the Twitch side. So yeah, it's been amazing, man. I'm having too much fun. But yeah, And now we got TwitchCon coming up next week. I didn't even know TwitchCon was a thing, but shout out to the 10th anniversary for that coming up next week in SD. Yeah, we're gonna be in the building, so it's gonna be a really good time. So yeah, shout out to you, Ali. I appreciate you coming, man. I'm gonna tap in with you. Actually, let me click over, get you that follow right now. But also, like, I'm heavily on like the tech side. Oh, I'm already following. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. But we're heavily on, just the tech side. So I've been enjoying just like breaking down the tech on the background on the back end of like these streaming platforms. I mod for a couple different people's. I mod for Jaden as well too. And just learning like the bots and coding the different bots and some of the different things like that. So I was like, I didn't know the kids was over here in their little MySpace era going crazy, coding and connecting everything, APIs going crazy, OBS going crazy. Like, that's fly. So shout out to y'all. All right, that was a super tangent. My bad, y'all. What y'all want to talk about? We were talking about we're talking about all kind of stuff. Shout out to Z. Send me a dope AI AI article that one of the homies wrote. I think I could probably. Can I pull that up? Let's try it. Let's try to pull that up real quick. Share this tab instead. Bang, got it. All right. Perfect. All right. So this one of the new social media platforms. Actually, first of all, shout out to my guy Z. Yesterday for our daily space for day 52, we broke down the we did what's it called, like the tier chart. We did a tier list chart or whatever for the social media platforms. That was hilarious because shout out to one of the homies, shout out to Wagner. He came through and he said, "This is some millennial BS if I didn't seen it." I was weak. So yeah, we broke down in a pretty solid fashion yesterday, the tier list for the socials. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so one of the socials that we dabble in now, one of the new social platforms, decentralized socials. That was lit. Actually, not gonna lie, facts. Absolutely, is a solid segment. This is one of the socials here that we're pretty heavily diving into. I call it the other purple app. It's a Farcaster, Farcaster.xyz. But what do you mean you missed what? What are you talking about? Sora 2 went from A to F tier real quick. Yeah, I didn't even put them on there. Shaw, man, you've been on there like daily. I seen you've been cooking up over there on it, but yeah, I haven't even opened the app, man. I'm telling you, I opened the app and I was like, this is too weird, and I just had to close it immediately. Like, it's just too weird. It's like straight out of Black Mirror for me. I can't do it. He said went from A to F real quick. I believe that. Shout out to Wave Wars. Hey, Wave Wars going crazy. Tapping with Wave Wars. Yes, Wave Wars with his Z. Doing big things. On-chain music battles, blockchain, built on crypto rails and blockchain related. It's fly. They're cooking. They are cooking. Let me see. All right, cool. So yeah, I can't read all this, but shout out to the homie Chris Carella. He's going in. Developer talking about some AI, creating new systems and things. But yeah, my takeaway from it, when a tech breakthrough starts feeling like a simple speed upgrade, starts feeling like magic, that's when it's truly revolutionary. AI is at that point right now. So yeah, one of the key pieces in his article, he was talking about how AI at this point is kind of akin to like other tech advances that we used to have. Like, we went from gas powered lighting and stuff to electricity. People thought people quite literally thought it was magic. Like, they didn't know what was going on there. It was crazy. So, and a lot of times when we talk about, AI to people, especially we're introducing them for the first time on specific use cases that will fit them, mostly it's like, okay, cool. We can kick out, I don't know. Like if you have somebody that has no interest in the AI art side or whatever, and you like, okay, put your image in and it's gonna, put an image out or whatever. But once you tailor it to something that they do specifically for like their work or their workflow or their hobbies or something like that, and you show them how AI can like fundamentally change that, and that's when they go, oh snap, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. So a lot of people have that same reaction, like, oh dang, this is working, like this is magic, what's going on? That's it's pretty fly. It's pretty fly. So yeah, let me know what if you guys are using any LLMs out there, any large language models. Let me know what's your favorite. We try to dabble in all of them. Definitely don't want, my mission is not to have like a, I don't know, favorite type vibes, if some of them are good for other different applications and stuff. But yeah, so I use GPT, Claude, Gemini, Copilot with Microsoft, which is still GPT. I can see how that could turn out for sure. So absolutely, yeah. Technology's at a crazy space right now. You could read my morning blog for today. Okay, for sure. How long is the little morning blog? Let's do it. Paragraph.com/the Let's absolutely test my streamer reading abilities. I'm just kidding. That's one of the, never mind. I'm not gonna say that, but that's one of the funniest, one of my favorite pieces about live streaming as well too, is like homies reading the chat. It's like the spectrum is like huge, but it's awesome. I love it so much. Wait, is it does at the Zao? You know what? See, that's one of the UI UX things that I kind of hate, is when you have to put the @ sign. You have to put the @ sign for in the URL. I don't know why, but that's one of the most infuriating things to me. Shaw in the building. Shout out my guy Shahrukin, our resident super dev. Why do some platforms? Do you know why some platforms, why some social medias do that? Where it has the, like, what's the convention behind that? Where you have the @ sign, after you have the site or the site URL, whatever, but to get to the individual like user pages, sometimes some places will have, you have to put the @ in front of it. I hate that with a passion. I don't know why, but anyway, bro, I gotta go paint my living room walls. That's what's up. All right, Ali, it's good to see you, man. I'm gonna tap in with you. Thanks for coming through, bro. That's what's up. Have a good rest of the day. Heck yeah. All right, let's see what's up with this. Bang, we got it. Actually, let's try. No. Well, yeah. Anytime I got, okay, that's what's up. Shout out to Better Call Saul, and the Z Talent newsletter. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, is this the one from today, day 2? Yep, October 9th, day 282. Been cooking. Practice makes the master. Oh yeah, I'm already in. Always do your best. Can y'all see this okay? All right, cool. Only the answer to that, YouTube does it too. Really? That's right. YouTube does do it too. Yeah, see, nah. There's probably a specific reason, like on the back end for it, but I hate it. I don't know. It's just me. But always do your best. Practice makes the master. Hey, ZM. There's something sacred about repetition, not the mindless kind, but the kind that carves you into something sharper, calmer, and more capable than before. The card today, practice makes the master, comes straight from the 4 agreements, reminding us that doing your best isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Each time you choose to do your best, even when you don't feel like it, you chip away at the habits that drain you, taking things personally, making assumptions, misusing your word. Ooh, mastery doesn't arrive in a burst of inspiration. It sneaks in quietly through 1,000 small moments when you showed up anyway. Bang. I've seen this truth reflected across the Zao. An artist reworking the same verse until it lands, and devs refining code through midnight commits, and community members building culture one interaction at a time. Mastery here isn't about hierarchy, it's about presence. Doing your best over and over is how transformation becomes second nature. Hey, in a world that glorifies shortcuts and hacks, there's power in the long game. Every day you show up for your craft, your community, your purpose, you become a little more immune to the noise. You become the quiet master at work. Hey, Better Calls on behalf of the Zao team. That's what's up. That's what's up. By doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. Nah, that's solid. Nah, you cooked right there. You cooked right there. Shout out to the guy. Shout out to the guy. That's what I'm talking about. That's Shay. You've been cooking. You guys, yeah, tap in with tap in with my guy Better Call Zal. Let me see how I want to format this. Let's see. Now that was fire, bro. I need to go back and see if there's any of them that I missed. Because I'll be reading them. Daily. Cool. And I'm gonna pin this up too. Paragraph.com/@the love it. Boom. All right, solid. Perfect. All right. Dope. What else is going on, family? What we into? What's going on? What's the word? What is the word? Guess we could do a little bit of. Why did I pull up? Oh no, I did that. We did that. Let me see. Check out a little bit of art one time. See what we got going on over here. Yeah, boom. Little vault wallet going crazy. Shout out to the Onaji fan, man. We're mastering a treasure trove of some artwork, So yeah, so I'm heavily tapped in with the blockchain side and all that good stuff. The inner workings, outer workings. Too much information. But the thing that really got me in, and building up our community was like the art side. When the art kind of came to blockchain, got paired with that, kind of shifting the new creator economy and things like that. That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. So yeah, it's been putting pieces in this wallet since 2022. It's been a really good time. Let's see. He said YouTube does that too. It sure does. That's so weird. I wonder why that is. Should I just ask the bots real quick? You know what? Let's do that. Let's go. Who I want to show love to today? A little Claude action. Show a little Claude action. Perfect. All right, let's get it. Boom, boom. Let's see. Boop, boop. That symbol's supposed to show that it's a person's profile. They think it's better for UX, but not in my case. It is not. Facts. I'm crying. I was just about to look it up. All right, cool. We're not gonna waste a prompt on that then. Yeah. So they think it's better. The devs think it's better. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm sure there's not a whole lot of people. Well, that maybe not. But I don't think there's a whole lot of people like searching for accounts that way. They probably just go into like the UI of the actual app to search for accounts. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. But sometimes I'll be going right up to that bar, If it says Onaji, shout out to Onaji. We over everywhere. I don't like it to have to type that on the YouTube URL. Yeah, it's just like I feel like that was like two different competing, what you call it, formats way back in the day, and one didn't win out. It's all good though. It's all good. Been using the code, the bots pretty heavily lately to to code up some different things though. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, it's helpful to kind of just dabble with the bots in, especially in the coding side, to kind of just learn just the basic coding conventions and stuff. Like it's really fly. It's really fly. Just those basics. I think I had something pulled up too where we were talking about. I think that was in Gemini though. Let's see. Yep, it sure was. Yeah, let's pull that up real quick. Why not? Boom. Little conversation the other day. This was like Yappin with YwB66. I don't know, 2, 3. I don't know, 4. who knows? But one of the homies was asking about coding and development and stuff, because we were talking about using the bots to code and stuff. But yeah, we were just asking it. The prompt was, you're the best coding development teacher ever to exist. A little context. That was overkill context. But if I want to become a coder like you, is there any way I can learn the basics quick? List out the topics in order of importance to coding, and make the list just the topics. Include other websites and resources besides YouTube that I can use to grow my coding skills fast. No shade to YouTube, but Gemini, which is Google's engine, always includes YouTube anyways. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Excellent goal, blah, blah, blah. Central coding topics for beginners, algorithms and logic, the steps for solving a problem with a recipe. It's the heart of coding. Variables and data types, how a program stores information. For example, numbers and text, control flow, conditionals, making the decisions in codes. For example, if then else statements, control flow with the loops, repeating actions. For example, for and while loops. Yeah. It's cool. Basic programming structures like functions and methods, arrays, lists, syntax. Yep. Developer tools, version control, which that's one of my biggest struggles is probably version control, man. But it's all good. So yeah. Utilize those bots for anything, right? And I think that some of the best practices is try to use as few prompts as possible if you can. I think that's more of a environmental standpoint, right? These AI engines are using a whole lot of resources, these big server rooms and stuff like that, just accessing these big data sets. It's it's cool, but it's brand new tech. Brand new tech is always inefficient at first, right? So we'll get there. But also with your prompts, give it context of what it's doing, what it's doing, type vibes, what's its archetype, who it is. Ask the question and then give it context on how you want the output to be. The output being like what it spits back out at you. It's pretty solid. Brucey in a building. What's going on, family? So Najee, how you doing? What's the word? Freeze said, bring down a forest so I can make skibby brain rot. I'm crying. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Freeze. Don't do that. They used to have a user ID that was really long, so they started doing the handle URL. Yeah, that's interesting. Shaw. I mean, and it's probably like next to impossible to like upgrade those systems like that after the fact, huh? Well, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know. Freeze in a building. Big dubs. It's good to see y'all. How's the day going? What's the word? What's the vibe? Yeah, I don't have anything specifically that I need to ask the bots right now. Shout out to Z yesterday. Before our ranking of the social media platforms. Almost Friday? Absolutely. We're almost there. What's your guys' plans for the weekend? All that good stuff. Let me know. I'll probably not search and replace, would probably do it quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Shaw, that's a good point. Did you look at the coin charts yet? I sure did. But if there's some you want me to go back to it, ain't no thing. We go back to it and we look at it for sure. Doing amazing, Ruzi, man. Just chilling. Just enjoying this journey, bro. One week and a day out from the convention next week. Yeah, buddy. I'm excited. So it's gonna be a really good time. Yeah, we can take a look at some. Yeah, let's share this tab. Getting some coins again. Why not? You gotta tell me twice. We're down a little bit though. The whole market, 4.1 trillion. Well, I mean, in context, saying 4.1 trillion for the whole crypto market cap is definitely not down. But over the day, over these last few days of this stuff, we're down 2.6%. I think the highest I saw was like what 4.3 trillion a couple days ago, yesterday, something like that. But yeah, so we're down a little bit, but overall we way up from the beginning. We way up, which is cool. We're talking about Bitcoin's at 120. Just pushing right under 121K right now. Which is solid. I'm not complaining. Some people might be, maybe if they bought, earlier today when it was 123, or they bought the top 124, 125 ish. I mean, of course, they could be upset a little bit. Just hold it. Just hold. Not financial advice, but just hold on. But yeah, like talking about Bitcoin at a floor or a low point, a down point at 120. A lower resistance mark is kind of insane, actually, to hear myself say out loud. But yeah, so we're just chilling, which is interesting because we're at all-time high land, all-time high time right now, but it doesn't feel like all-time high vibes. That number is going to have to shoot up crazy for people to get like super crazy excited again, which is also an interesting, mechanic with like the human psychology around Bitcoin. Like it's so, it's kind of, well, if you look at this all-time chart, it doesn't look like it's leveling off at all, but it just feels like, these peaks and valleys and these movements and stuff are taking more time. They're not as quick as they used to be. So yeah, I don't know. But you never know. That thing could shoot up out of nowhere. Not financial advice though. But yeah, what coins you been looking at? We need a crack. He said, let me see. Stoke man can't wait. That's our first time traveling and going to America. Hey, YwB66? No, that's what's up, man. Heck yeah, that's what's up. Nah, we definitely got to meet Link. That's dope. Safe travels for sure, for sure. It's gonna be a really good time, man. It's gonna be a valuable trip. No cap. Shaw said we need a crash. No, we don't. No, we do not. No crashes. Nah, no. I mean, no crash. Nah, no. I mean, that would be nice because it would be on sale, but we'd all have to collectively, all the homies that I care about would have to collectively understand, look at it like a sale, not the end of the world. Which is interesting. I looked at my average Bitcoin buy price and it's 77K. That means you up then. WU freeze. That's lit. That's lit. Back to 16. 16? You not serious. Back down to 16, bro. Yeah, everybody be freaking out. It's not going to 16. I don't think it can. And I think the reason why, well, just because of some of these floors, and these floors traveling up. 16 is all the way back down here. I mean, it's not impossible, but I think it's highly, not financial advice, but I think it's unlikely just because I think we have so many humans that have eyes and ears on it now. You know what I'm saying? I think the timepiece plays a huge part of people taking any new tech seriously. And that's all this is, especially any new financial tech, Bitcoin's been doing its big thing since, 08 got released, Halloween, 08, first block mined, 09, I think January, right? And then 2010 on up, like 15 years. So I don't know. I think, and I'm not a trader by any sense, but I think like there's too many like resistance points or floors or whatever, or, you know, buy-in points that so many people around the globe have now that I don't think it would ever have the opportunity to get down to 16 at this point, with it being at 120. I could be completely wrong, for sure, but that would be interesting. 16 is low. 16 is low. I don't even know if we get down like 60. But I mean, that's only half though. That's a 50% chop. So I mean, I don't know. Don't quote me, y'all. If we go down to 16, you heard it here first. Shahrukh did it. It's all his fault. I just like that would be interesting. Facts. That would be interesting. What y'all talking about? I would sell my car and get BTC. I mean, but that's the thing, Shab. There's probably people out there selling their cars right now with it at 120. You know, just because we've seen it hit 125. I don't know, man. 16 would suck. I think that would crash the collectibles market. Maybe. Probably never happened now. Too many people know about it now. Yeah, y'all can thank me. I'm crying. That's funny. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's so interesting right now that a lot of like, we still haven't seen a crypto winner though. What, like at all, or like another one since what you mean? What you mean by that? Oh, this cycle? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, but 16 is way down here. I don't know. Anything's possible though, huh? What's this log chart look like? Oh, logarithmic chart is just flattening out. Big time, actually. It's interesting, y'all. It's interesting. You know, what if it just stayed at 120 forever? Just became a stable coin at 120. Not gonna wait, because that'd be kind of boring. I don't want that to happen. That's the sale. I think a little under the last top is probably the floor now. A little under the last top. Let's check it out. Where at? This last top over here? Wait. How far back is this? Yeah, January this year. You think around here, or 106? Above 100? Yeah, probably, because that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's many like institutions out there. Oh, no, not last cycle top 2021. Let's see. Oh, over here. Yeah, that's that 60, 50, 60, 70. Yeah. Halfway drop. Yeah, I feel like enough people would be devastated, and enough people would be like, oh, this is I can't afford to pass this up type vibe, you know? Dang. Cut it in half would be actually, but this drop in here was way more than half, you know? So it still could happen. But the problem is I don't think this run that we're on is done though. I really don't. I really don't think that this run is done. You know, I think a couple of the analysts I saw were speculating like, 300, 400 range type vibes. But then if it dropped back down, cut it in 75%, that's down to 100, 400 to 100. I don't know. Who knows? Hey, if that's what happens, come back to this video and be like, hey, but if I'm all the way wrong, I'm all the way wrong, and that's fine. But yeah, I don't think this run is done. I think let's see. Let's pull it back up. Let's get Chris Johnson on your stream. I should reach out to him. We'll see. You know, he he's a he's a super Bitcoin maxi though, so I don't even know if you entertain it just because he knows. I think I don't know. He might do 2 seconds of research and be like, "Oh, this guy's in digital collectibles." You don't know what he's talking about. That's fine. But hey, maybe it's worth the conversation for sure. It's worth the conversation. Yeah, I might have to reach out to him. But no, I feel like like these little peaks on the way up right now. Where we're at, I feel like it's just like the front side of this. I feel like we're still there. Like this 1, 2, 3 little bumps. Like this 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about, can I pull this back all the way? Compare this one to this one. No, it doesn't really help me. Back in this peak, 17. It's like this new peak that, in 2021 made this one look like child's play. And I feel like that's still going to happen with this next joint, Like I think whatever next top that we hit is going to make 66, 67 look like absolutely nothing. Just like this 66 made this 17 look like nothing. I could be very wrong. I could be close. That's enough of that. What else? What else we doing? 66 or 17? Tell me what you mean, Rec. Yeah, so 60 for Bitcoin, talking Bitcoin again. Yeah, the 66 around that top, 67, 2021 was kind of like that last cycle peak. The one before that, and this one was nuts. If you were here, you remember this. Like, that was a wild time just because I'm not gonna lie. Like, we went from down here, and there's this one right here. It was like a little over 1,000. I remember that too. Kind of dropped, 75% again. That was kind of like, the trend. But then it jumped all the way back up to this 17. 17 made this 1,000 look like absolute, like a blip. But then it dropped all the way down to this 35, and people were freaking out because a lot of the homies bought the top. They was putting their life savings and stuff into it at this 17. That thing dropped. Yeah. Marriages was broken, families was destroyed. No, it was wild. So yeah, keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. It won't hit 16. That's just you dream. Why you? Nah, that's 16 is wilding. Yeah, 16 under this peak. I don't know. That's low. Yeah, it's all good. All right. What else, family? Oh, dang, it's already 1:00. What's your thoughts on cannabis consumption on a daily basis? A daily basis, like what, like, I mean, of course, for like medicinal purposes and stuff like that, if people need that to function and for pain and whatnot, cool. Outside of that, I mean, just, it's all about balance for me. That's one of the recurring themes I'll talk about is just balance. Like, if it's kind of just taking over your life and your thought process or whatever, can't really like function without it. Outside of like, like a medical need and stuff like that, maybe, maybe scale it back. I don't know, but if that helps the homies get through their day or deal with whatever they're dealing with, some trauma. We've been talking about some trauma and stuff as well. But that's cool. It's one of the safer natural remedies out there. You know what I'm saying? But hey, how fast are you up before you start cooking? What are you talking about, Ref? On streams? On live streams, or are you talking about something else? Or are those two related? Oh, are you up? Man, so I mean, this month I recently, you know what? I guess before I eat breakfast, before I break that fast every day, I'm up doing a lot. I recently just started. I was trying to get into a new routine recently, just this month. I was trying to break the habit of like not waking up and then grabbing the phone right away and just getting right onto a screen. So the way that I kind of stopped doing that was just like I just started like writing again. Just if I got thoughts or ideas or whatever. And sometimes like I wake up and I was dreaming some crazy stuff on some crazy ideas, some art or music or development stuff. Like I'd be dreaming all kind of crazy stuff. So I wake up with ideas. And that's what I used to do, just get right on the phone and just take the notes or whatever. And then, fall into like the social media trap and stuff like that, which is kind of all bad. Yeah, I seen my vision hurts if I be on a phone too much. Facts. Yeah, most definitely. So, I mean, I started just like, okay, what's the easier way to do this? And I was just like, okay, I'll just write it down. So I just got like a little notebook or notepad. I guess, some people, which is crazy because I don't know where like the, hey, Pink Trooper, what's going on, family? How you doing? Good to see you, fam. How you been? Also going to LA this weekend. Okay, let me know, Rex. That's what's up. Heck yeah. Safe travels, my guy. But yes. Tap in with me. Hit me on the back end. Pink Trooper, man, how's everything going? How you been? We've been rocking and rolling, man. Missed you. What was I gonna say? I don't know what our like. There's like this negative stigma on like journaling for some reason. I don't know why humans got in that bag, but so basically, I'm kind of hesitant to say it, but I'll be writing there in the morning, but it's mostly just like gibberish. If I got, just like how the day went before, how the day's gonna start off, some manifestation, affirmation type vibes, but also just like the ideas, like, oh, I need to get this done, goals and whatever, like, what to-do list type vibes. Yeah, so I've been jotting that just early in the morning before I grab the phone. So I'll do that. That's that's like 5 to 10 minutes, and that way then I can like get into the bad habit of grabbing my phone after that. So been good back at school. That's what's up, man. I hope school's going well. That's what's up. It's good to see you. So after that, I'll get, try to get like the little ones off to school and all that good stuff. I hit the gym and then come back, then eat, get some oatmeal or some eggs or something or whatever. So yeah, it's a long time. I'm up before I like start cooking and eating all that good stuff. So my fast is longer than most daily. You know what I mean? But it's all good. But I can't wait too long to eat because then I'll be getting hangry. But yeah, what about you, Rec? W question. That's what's up. What time usually? Well, it depends because I don't really go to bed at like a certain time, but I definitely try to hit the gym at like 8. Sometimes it's like 9, but yeah, 8 or 9-ish. I'm usually, but I'm kind of like up with the sun now, which is cool. I haven't really used like an alarm clock for a while. That's a little blessing, but I'll be up at like sometimes I'll be getting up at like 4 and I'm like, dang, I can't go back to sleep. But like 5, 6, yeah, 5, 6 when I be up. Right, if you grab your phone first thing after you wake up, it can make it harder for you to be creative for the rest of the day versus if you let your brain take time to wake up more, whatever. Absolutely, 1,000%, Sean. I've felt that too. Like, and it really kind of influences like your day too. Like you'll get on there, especially if like you grab your phone and you go straight to like social media with all these like just pushing all that negativity and stuff, these algorithms, man. And it's like you just get in your head that it's like you starting off the day like that, which is crazy. He said, dang, early bird. Yeah, Freeze. I'll be up, man. I'll be up. I'm an old head, I guess. I try as I wake up so I can get as many calories as possible. Okay, that's what's up. Has that been working out? Because, I mean, for like, I want to say I've been working out like solid for the past like year, 2 years. Like pretty much every day. You know, I'll take a break here and there, which is also probably a terrible way to approach the gym, but I have to. Like, if I break the streak, I'm gonna be if I have a day off every week, I won't come back. You know what I'm saying? Can you eat greasy in the AM? Facts. Yeah. I'll be on some oatmeal though. You know what I'm saying? Oatmeal be getting me right. But yeah, man, I've been working out. I've been working out before I eat for like a good 2 years. And then like it's at the point now I tried to eat a couple of days ago, but like I ate before and I went to the gym and I felt like sluggish. It was weird. So, to each their own. I think, humans will adapt to their own like, routines and habits and stuff. And I don't think there's anywhere like super wrong way to do things. Just stay balanced. Fruits and yogurts, absolutely. Heck yeah. You think better at night or morning? I feel more creative at night, maybe because I don't have other stuff going on. When I'm doing like graphic design, I'm way better at night, which is interesting. There's some days in the morning, like if I'm trying to like draw something or be productive creatively like that, it's cooked in the morning for me sometimes. So yeah, but just like getting other stuff done, knocking stuff off of the to-do list type vibes, I guess that's the opposite. That's not the creative side. I do better in the morning with those. So, but yeah, but sometimes I'll be getting some fire ideas at night, Yeah, just sitting there chilling. Like, oh yeah, this might work. Cool. So yeah, man. Mostly at nights when I'll be in my bag. Which was crazy too, because like I was on a team. And like one of my teammates, they hated that I worked like at night, period. You know what I mean? Because like they were like a morning like 9 to 5 type vibes, and I was just like, they was getting frustrated with me because like I would be just chilling until the night, and then knock it out. But the ideas would be fire at night, and it would just look like I would be like procrastinating or waiting last minute and stuff. It's like, nah, just cook up at night, Too funny. Yeah, tell me when I go to sleep and let me write my ideas. I'm crying, Shaw. I'm crying. Yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, just got a little like notebook or whatever, by the bed. If an idea comes, like write that thing down, man. Maybe losing too much fire ideas and content, and yeah, just letting them go and then just sleeping. Like, oh, remember in the morning? No, you will not. No, you will not. Definitely not. Too funny. Y'all goated. What else is going on, fam? We started up at 12 p.m. PST, 12 noon today on this, this sunny LA Thursday. Now you'll feel different in the morning too. Yeah, facts. You'll feel different. Even if you do remember in the morning, you'll be like, oh, that wasn't that fire. And it probably was, just be doubting yourself or something crazy. Yeah, man. Too funny. What else is going on with y'all? What else we want to look at? Let me go check out some. Oh shoot, I was neglecting these other chats. OD. Hey, retaking the building, GM. Good to see you, family. That's what's up. You know what? I gotta write them because there was some solid conversation going on Farcaster about like streaming sites and services and stuff. Yeah, we gonna get at that. That's what's up. We'll have to figure some stuff out. Shout out to this little StreamYard. I like StreamYard, y'all. I like StreamYard. The TTS is cooked for the homies over on that side, but I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll figure something out. That's what's up. What else is going on? What you guys getting into for the weekend? I think this weekend I'm just gonna be prepping for next weekend for the convention and all that good stuff, traveling. Make TTS day. That's true. That's true. It could do that too. That's true. I think this StreamYard got me hooked on like the multi-output though. It's kind of a vibe. It's kind of a vibe. Then it makes sense from a productivity standpoint, a development standpoint. It just makes sense. But no, I feel you. I feel you. But yeah, y'all tap in with us. If you want to know where the other content after this lives, we got some VOD, some video on demands up at a bunch of different places. So tap in with us. We're Onaji on all the socials, OHNHJI. OHNAHJI, baby. We're there. We're everywhere. Even the newer obscure places. It's like, what? Boss in a building. What's going on, boss? How you doing, family? Dina Combs over at the U. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sheesh, 1 week away already. Yes. Boss, you just popped in and just made me realize that I never sent the gosh dang noti out, man. I'm so bad at that. I need to, I'm gonna have to automate that because I'm like, let me see, you know what I'm saying? And I never do. Sheesh. Yeah, 1 week away. It's crazy. It's already here. Better than me. I'm dead. That's what's up. How's your day going? What's the word? We diving into some solid conversation. Talking about some AI, talking about some coins, talking a lot about some coins, talking about our speculations around Bitcoin, what it's gonna do, but it's interesting to see today, down at like 120, like a floor point at 120, which is nuts. Like, I remember a time we were like wishing for that thing to cross over 100K. I don't know. And then now it's here, and now we're just like, okay, now we're bored again. Done for the day. Got to be back tomorrow with no kids, but fall break has started. That's what's up. I think a couple of mine are on fall break as well too. So that's what's up. Fire. Everybody's cooking up. The whole network's going crazy. Proud of everybody doing big things, learning and growing in their own ways. I love it. It's crazy. What else, family? I think that's solid. If anybody has any pressing things that we need to talk about, let me know. Correct with looking for the next high. I check those charts often, waiting for the next all-time high. You say exactly. We get spoiled with we got spoiled with it moving so fast, just the whole space overall moving so fast. But now it's like those movements and those, Now, do you ever struggle with procrastination? Every day. Every day, bro. It's real bad. But I'm, like I was saying, my little note-taking, journaling type vibe in the morning to keep me from grabbing the phone right away when I first wake up. It's been solid on keeping me, keeping me honest, keeping me, keeping things on track a little bit. So procrastination's hard though. I think the best way to approach it though is just to remember, like, every time you procrastinate something, like once you finally sit down and actually do it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that wasn't that bad. Like every single time it's like, oh yeah, I should have just started that a while ago, So if you just remember that, just be like, no, okay, at the end of this, if I keep putting this off, this is gonna be another thing where I'm like, I should have just started. It wasn't that hard. It's not that hard. I know what I'm doing. Let's get it done. Let's just sit down and get it done, Yeah. But there's a lot of like tools out there, like just set the timers and all that good stuff. Like, I know that those are out there, but I never really use them either. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be like, okay, I'm going to set a timer for an hour and just sit down and work on it. It's just like, nah, just do the thing. Just sit down and do the thing. Just do the thing. You putting off something for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's going to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 30, 45 tops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was putting off something. This morning, and I finally actually just did it. What? Hey, Miss B in a building. What do you call a twitching cow? Not with the jokes. What's going on? The dad jokes in the building? The mom jokes in the building? What do you call a twitching cow? Chat, what do we call a twitching cow? Beef jerky. And with that, that's been another amazing Yapping with B. This is episode 66. I'm just kidding. Beef jerky is wildin'. Wildin'. Miss Ma'am, good to see you. Hey, Miss B in the building. That's what's up. Beef jerky is... Nah, you wildin' for that one. That's... I've never heard that. That's interesting. Moment of silence for that one. Moment of silence for that. Nah. How's your day going? What's the vibes? What's going on? How are you? It's good to see you. W joke. W joke. No, let's put that on the screen. Since, yeah, you know, what do you call a twitching cow? Beef jerky. Yeah, I'm really gonna need that soundboard for times for times like that. Freeze with the crickets. I'm crying. Nah, y'all foolish. Solid. All right, family. I think that's a solid place, though. That's a solid little comedic timing way to end this joint. Episode 66, fam. 66 of these things. Day 53 out of 365. Grinding. Going crazy. Not noted. No. That was fire. You know? I saw a little outro point. W365, absolutely. We going after it. It's gonna be a really good time. I have fun with y'all. If you guys have any questions, let me get all these jokes together for when I need you off. I am dead. Rude, and more rude. I'm crying. Let us know. The Onaji fam's got your back when it comes to emerging technology and other things as well too. We dabble in a little bit of life advice here and there and all that good stuff as well too. But if you guys definitely need any help with emerging technology, the crypto side, mostly the creative side as well too. My artists, designers, whatever you do, whatever creative venture you're in, just add blockchain and Web3, just step a little toe in it with a little new medium. Artists thrive when they get to new mediums. So dabble in it, check it out, and we'll help you out. Also, the AI side, if you guys have any questions on utilizing, one of the greatest innovations, that's out right now, AI is going crazy. We talked about it earlier. Shout out to, why don't I have that tab up? Shout out to little AI going crazy. What I say. Let's see. Let's pull that up. Share this tab. Bang. Boom. Oh, we're getting fast. Not really, but no, that's way too small. There we go. When a tech breakthrough stops feeling like a simple speed upgrade and it starts feeling like magic, that's when it's truly revolutionary. AI is at that point. 1,000%. Ms. V gonna shut it down. Wow. Oh, wow. So yeah, if you guys need any help with any of the emerging technology, shoot us a message. OHNAHJI. No question's a bad one, especially in emerging technology. Nobody has all the answers. It's innovating too fast for anybody to know everything. So feel free to ask away. All right, gang. We out of here. WWW stream. You guys are good. Thank you so much for coming through, chat. Love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. TwitchCon's incoming. Day 53 in the books. Episode 66. We'll be back tomorrow for episode 67. Then on Saturday, we've got Onaji Saturday, our staple, 10 a.m. PST. And yeah, we're going to be on into the next week. For sure. All right, family. Should we yeah, let's see how many of the homies we got in here real quick. Yeah, who's live? Let's guide the raid. Let's guide the raid. Actually, my guy, no, I know where we're going. My guy Noah's live. We're gonna do that. W stream family. Let's get it. Let's see how fast I can do this. Bang, boom, boom, bow. We're getting the hang of this little streaming thing. I hope you guys are enjoying the content for sure. For real, for real. You know, we're having a blast. We're having a blast. All right, gangy. Let's say what's up to my guy Noah. It's cooking up. We're out of here. We are out of here. Dubs, y'all be good.